What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Freestyle Blast Flash 3 podcast. I'm DJ Wonder Weekend, and my guest today, the one and only DJ OldSkool.
What's up, my brother? Great to
Welcome,
see
welcome,
you.
welcome to the Freestyle Blast. It's perfect to have you on the Freestyle Blast podcast because you know what? When we first connected on TikTok, it was all about freestyle.
Yes, it was, brother.
And I still remember to the day when I started going live on Friday nights,
Yep.
and so were you. And then you hit me up, and we arranged it so I would go on for, I don't remember the times. I think it was maybe 6 to 8 or 7 to 9, and then you came on at 9, and you stayed until 6 o'clock in the morning playing.
The good old days when I could stay up that late. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those. I remember that so well. Like I would go to bed, then I wake up and I just check hits. I said, "Man, old school still on," and you still. It, um, it died out for me. I lost interest of going on live anymore. But
Yeah.
you kept doing it, and your followers are. You got some large numbers, brother.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I'm blessed. I'm blessed every day. It just keeps growing. And, I'm surprised. It's been 6 years. And you're talking about it like it was just yesterday. And it truly feels like it was just yesterday.
But
But
every time we interact, that's how it feels. You
yeah,
know,
real. Yeah.
and what's cool is, thank you for acknowledging me as one of the original guys on TikTok, going live. And we were like we were the freestyle kings back
Yes,
back back during the COVID days.
we
When
sure
co-
were.
so and then I seen you did a lot of concert shows too.
Yeah. Things, you know what, man? I truly everything just kept snowballing and getting bigger and bigger. And I had one concert which I thought was, wow, this is surreal to be on stage with a lot of the people I grew up idolizing, right, for music. And next thing you know, it was second concert, third concert, and traveling, through various cities and even out of the country, right? Which I didn't think that would ever happen. To be honest, it was pretty cool.
Well, yeah, if you when you leave Canada and come to the States, it is leaving the country.
Yeah, yeah, it sure is, man.
So what was it like when you first, came down to DJ in the States?
It was it was great. It was anxious. I wasn't sure how things would go crossing the border. I'm crossing with vinyl. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
it's not like just a USB stick or a laptop. Uh,
right.
and yeah, my wife and I, my backbone through this whole thing. She we carried stuff. We had some carts, dollies, and stuff to make the trip a little easier. I had to be very specific with what I was going to play. Usually when I roll to a party, I'm bringing lots of vinyl, and
Right,
this was very like we're going on a plane, and everything was carry on. I don't check my vinyl. It doesn't leave my side. So
right.
it was the first time I left was California, and
Okay.
it was just an amazing experience. It was one that I realized it opened a lot of doors for me, that I could go anywhere I want, quite frankly. So,
That is so dope. I know was it a couple, maybe 2 or 3 years back, we were trying to connect for me and DJ Echo to come up to Canada
yes,
to jam with you and DJ Zuka and DJ Steve.
yeah, we were trying to piece it together, and
The
sometimes,
scheduling, the
yeah,
scheduling was bad.
yeah, sometimes it's hard to get everyone with the clear schedule, especially in today's world, right? It's just
Yeah.
it's nuts, man. You can't go fast enough. You can't, and it's a balancing act. I struggle with it now. Like you were mentioning, I still go live. During the pandemic times, everyone had too much to do or not enough to do, right?
Right.
It was just sitting around. That's what was magical about it, though. It created everything that we have today.
Yeah.
I think about you and I. You were talking about when we just got on here as the OGs, kind of
Yeah.
on here. And every time I scroll a page, there's a guy pumping freestyle.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what, man? Whether I don't care for the credit, but I have to say, I look back and I say, you and I have a foundation on that. You know,
Yeah.
we really started a lot of that back in the day, which is kind of cool. It's a good
And
feeling.
when I used to do the lives, I used to imitate everybody during the live. I'll DJ that, and then I was doing you. So I would turn. I didn't have the vinyl behind me, but I would turn around and pretend I'm looking for vinyl and throw it up on there.
You nailed it,
Everybody,
bro.
every it was like everybody who followed us that was in the chat when
Yeah.
I was live, imitating everybody, and then we go after we're done. I said, all right, let's go over to DJ OldSkool
Yep.
and rock the house. So it was always that was so much fun to do. So
I
for
agree.
me, I'm glad you're still doing it, and your numbers seem to keep growing.
You know what? I'm blessed. I truly am. I mean, in terms of being in the lives, it's not like back in those days where like we had thousands of people joining in,
Yeah,
and you know, obviously now between everyone back to a regular life and work and families and other priorities, and a bunch of DJs, I
yeah.
still have a very good following, and I'm blessed. You know, and you know, it's funny. You realize how important it is to people. Like I do it because I love it. I love it. I
Mhm.
come after a hard, long day at work, a week, and I'm burnt out. It's
Yeah,
Friday night. I'm ready to blow some steam, and I take my frustrations out on my turntables,
and you're
and
doing
it's
it at home.
amazing. It's truly amazing how many people look forward to it after 6 years. They're still like, hey man, Friday night's my favorite night, man. I had a rough week and I'm blessed to be here with you. And it's just really a good vibe, right? Which is it's nice to know that you have a purpose when you do this. It's not just people sitting around listening to me DJ. They chat amongst themselves, they have a good old time, and they enjoy the music, and it's pretty special.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And I see like I'll go into your lives and I just see all these like, oh man, I'm gonna try to say what's up, CBC's me and say hi. So I go in there and you find me quick, which is cool. I appreciate that.
Always, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was fun time. So let's get to the nitty gritty on this interview. All right,
good.
we got history together. You know, you was with us on Triple Threat FM radio. It
Yep.
was great, and then you you actually text me and said,
Yeah.
hey, I got a book. Bam, this is it, y'all. This
Yeah.
is it. And that same day, I ordered the book, and then I think I
Thank you.
got it 2 or 3 days later.
Right.
As soon as I got it, I was like looking through it. I had to start from the back.
Yeah, that's how I read my book too.
Yeah, I started from the back. I said, "Oh snap! I remember these." You know, because you know you would post them up on Facebook or on TikTok, the
Yeah.
videos,
Yeah.
which is like so cool. And then I took the book to work and I just started reading. Then
Yeah.
I got to that one page where you gave me the shout out. Me, DJ Echo, Hugo Boss, Inferno Extraordinaire. That
Yeah.
was like so cool. I got guys, I'm in this book. It's brief, but I'm in this book. I'm
You
in this
sure
book.
are, man. You
That
sure are.
I appreciate that. And the read, I'm glad I got to read it because I got to know more about you and how you started way back then, watching all the should I even I'm not gonna spoil it for the readers.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to you have to get this book. You got to get it. Do you autograph them? Like I know
So
I got them through
great.
Amazon.
That's a great question. I get asked that overwhelmingly, man. How many times I've been asked that question? They're currently through Amazon, so they ship directly. And being in Canada, it's kind of hard. So if you're in the US or anywhere else in the world, you get it from that Amazon site in US and they ship it to you. Same thing with Canada.
Mhm.
But I did order a few on my own. I just finally figured out how to do this. So I have my own kind of stock now.
Right.
And if anyone does want an autographed book, they would have to go through me. I'm just setting it up as we speak. I'm just finalizing it on my website. So you could buy it directly that way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign it, but I'm also handing off. I have a USB stick. I don't know if you know, but I have my volumes. Volume
Yep. Yep.
1 to 5, 1 to 4 right now is out, and each volume is one full year of TikTok. they're all live recordings that I've done, right? So now the next one's ready to drop, which is volume 5. But what I did, I created something special to go with the book, and it's a special edition USB stick. It's got 200 hours of mixes, and they're all live recordings, and they're the best of the best from all of the volumes.
Nice.
So it's got all my anniversaries, my first, second, third year anniversaries, hip hop, freestyle, house music, everything I've done throughout the years that has shown with all my listeners to be one of the more popular ones. And I've gauged a lot of that off Mixcloud. So a lot of my stuffs can be found there. So all the ones that hit number 1 on their charts, I put them in this USB. So that's, if you want a signed copy, you guys can hit me up, DM me if you don't remember how to do this, and I'll guide you through it. And
let them know where they can DM you at.
So if you're on TikTok, it's OldSkool DJ. If you're on Instagram, it's DJ OldSkool. Or the easiest way to find me, I always said, is on my website, and it's DJOldSkool75.com. And Old School,
go ahead. With a K.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's SKOOL75 yahoo.com. And not Yahoo, that's my email. Gotcha. You know I'm old school when I still have Yahoo, right? No, who rides with that?
True. Now let me ask you something. What?
Yes, sir.
I know it's in the book, but I want to hear from you. Like, what inspired you to write your book?
Okay, so you know what, man? Crazy story. January, right after New Year's. For New Year's Eve, I was down in South Florida. Had the privilege to meet and spin with DJ Sama down there, and it was a wild party. Cafe 27, big shout out. Nice. Really cool place. Anyway, after that, my wife and I, we took a cruise. So we're in the middle of the Caribbean, on vacation. I was scrolling by the swimming pool on the ship, and I got a message from one of the promoters I've worked with, and he's talking about Montreal. He says, "Hey, man," he goes, "they really loved you in Montreal last year. I want you back." And I said, "Yeah, I'll do it," right? And I was talking to my wife. She's my manager and a few other things, CEO and all that.
Right.
And I was just telling her, I'm like, I can't believe this. I'm 51 years old, and I'm rocking, man. I absolutely love it. And I said, I'd love to document all this stuff. And she's like, I can see the light bulb in her eyes, man. She's like, let's write a book. And I'm like, no, because I already know it's all or nothing when we get into stuff. So from January till now, we started writing this book. And what inspired me was, you know what, man, I feel so blessed that, DJing to me is a true passion. I absolutely love it. I've been doing it since I was 15 years old. And, you get to a point in your life somewhere in my late 20s where you start thinking, okay, man, like these dreams got to kind of go to the side here for a minute. I was never a DJ to make a living. Which isn't a bad thing. It's just not what I did. I just loved the feel of DJing. So I kind of buried it. I got into my work, my career and everything. And I always did it as a stress reliever to myself whenever I needed it. Whether I was in a good mood or a bad mood, it always did the trick for me. Right. And, not that I ever want to give any praise towards the pandemic, because it was a very, very difficult time for a lot of us, including myself. Yeah. But the one thing that it did was it gave me that little spark to just boom, light the fire. And here I am. And I wanted to put all that in the book. I wanted to trace down all my memories. And that's why there's a lot of photos in here too, because I didn't want to bore people. I didn't want to write a million things. And I said to my wife, I'm like, I have so many pictures and memories that I've built over time. And I said, I'm going to start putting pictures in there with little captions. And, that's why I kind of built it the way I did. And I'd be curious to know the God's honest truth. And I got thick shoulders. What do you think of the book?
You know what? I enjoyed it from the beginning the reading part. The pictures are great, but reading it, it was cool because I got to know more about you. I said, yeah, even back then, you was a cool dude.
Yeah,
You was like you would watch the DJs at weddings, from what I remember reading,
yeah,
and you was being all nosy and see like, yo, what's that button for? That
it's
type of
true.
stuff.
Yeah,
And you know what? Especially with vinyl, people need to know the history of, that's where DJing started, with vinyl. It ain't your USB ports where you don't have to carry crates.
yeah,
It's like, this because we're up there in age and carrying all them crates. That's why I can see why you do it at home, because you see
yeah,
all the crates in your background, like you have now
yeah,
in your background. And then you surfing, but like going to gig week after week, bringing them crates. Ooh, those were the days.
it,
And
yeah.
the speakers were huge and heavier.
Yes, they were. They were definitely big, and you know what? I have to say though that the whole culture behind it, like now, at my age, yeah, I'm not overly interested in the big bulky speakers, but it was a big ritual behind it, man. The
Right.
whole day, the build up, it was a production.
Hmm.
You don't just show up, DJ and leave. You build it. You build everything around it. The anticipation all day, sound
Hmm.
check, all of that stuff. It's pretty special, no doubt about it.
Yeah, it was cool. Like when I get hired for like a wedding, I gotta build my whole set, my facade, the lights, speakers, and then do a sound check. And then you get the question, "Oh, you gonna charge me for that?" I said, "No, it's like me coming to work, getting ready. I'm just getting ready. I start from the time you hired me from till I finish. Once I'm done, I pack up and I go."
Yeah.
Yeah, and but it is a production though, to set up your equipment and get it ready just like you do every Friday night.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, what days do you go live?
So I go live Thursdays at 7 p.m. to 9, and I call that show Turntable Thursdays.
Okay,
And that's a time for me to show the world that I'm not just a freestyle DJ.
right.
I play house music, classic house. I play old school hip hop, retro 80s disco funk. I change that one up. You never know what you're going to get on a Thursday night. And
Nice.
Friday is just the legendary Freestyle Friday. People know it as that. And, I do my thing on Friday nights. And
What
that's
time
at
do
9,
you
9
9?
p.m. Eastern time. Yeah,
All right, so yep, okay, you still do. Yeah, so I was on 7 to 9, and then you would come
that's
on.
right. That's
Yep,
right.
yep, and that was like cool because I was like still new to TikTok, and then you messaged me, hey, can you go on earlier, and then I'll be on after you, and it worked out, and we got to know a lot of people. You know,
It's funny. It was funny because there was it was Paul, Paul P Newt, P
from San
Newt. Yeah,
Francisco. Yep.
yes. So he had messaged me. That's how I found out. Right? He's like, hey, he goes, look, man, there's another DJ doing freestyle, right? And he's like, and he was, I don't know, like he wasn't trying to instigate anything by any means. He was just
Right.
bringing it to my attention. And I'm like, okay. So the first thing I did, I reached out to you and I said, hey, man, you got the same flavor I have. Let's work on something together,
Yeah.
right? So that's and I got to be honest, man. It's the way I've always been raised in the DJ world.
Hmm.
And I know a lot of DJs are very competitive and they go after each other, and it's just not my jam, man. I've always believed it's a brotherhood, and you always help everyone out any way you can, you
Yeah.
know. So
And we clicked. We worked it out. People come see me first, and then I warmed it up, and then you just tear
well,
up
I
the
don't know
rest
if
of the
you
night.
warmed it up, bro. I think you got it going pretty hot, man. No, I
But
wouldn't say warmed it up.
it was like I've tried to do it again, but I just can't get into it like I used to. It's like I tried. I do try, and then I'm saying, "Oh, I don't want to do it. But I give you kudos, man. You still rocking it. The people keep coming in, and now in the beginning. when your first artist that was that came to your live was what, Lil Susie?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I
And
remember that.
I couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe. In fact, it was crazy because she came on and I was in my like 11th hour. I was just starting to wind down. I was getting tired, and all of a sudden I'm looking. I'm like, yo, no, man. Like people were throwing Little Susie. I'm like, they want me to play Little Susie because I played a few of her songs. I always do. And then I look closely. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's in the room, man. She's in the room, right? And I don't know. I thought that was kind of special. You know, I've always loved her music, and I've had the privilege of getting to know her and a lot of the artists. And one thing I've learned, these individuals are so nice and down to earth.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like they're such amazing people. Deneen, Little Susie, Noel, Johnny O. My God, I can go on and on. Stephanie Bennett, Three to the Max,
Right.
Nasty Boys, like all these guys. They're just so cool, man. And you know, looking at it from my perspective, right? Like Canada does have a surprisingly big freestyle base. No, nothing like the U.S., but I mean, it
Mhm.
does. We never get these artists to come down here. Like the connection's not as strong. So,
Right.
you think to yourself, like, you never growing up, it's like I'm never gonna meet these guys. You know what I mean? It was a little more far fetched. So, never did I expect to be able to play for them. Right.
What was cool? You celebrated your 50th, right?
I
Tell
did.
tell
I
me about, because
did.
I saw pictures and everything. Tell me about that.
So my talk quickly. Just a big shout out to my dream team and my moderators.
Yeah,
They've
give him a
been
shout
around.
out.
Yeah, man, they've been around since the beginning. And you know what? Without them, truly, without them, I wouldn't be here today. And I could say that about the DJs too. And that's why, just in case you're wondering, Inferno, Hugo Boss, yourself, DJ Echo. The reason why you guys matter to me is because you're the first guys I met, okay, on here, on social media, which is a whole new thing for me back then.
Yeah.
And I created such a bond, like I mentioned to you. I like that brotherhood. I like working together. And when all that was created, that gave me the fire to be like, you know what, I like this. I'm gonna keep doing it. Because
Yeah.
if that was a bad taste, if it didn't go off right, I probably just would have been like, I'm done with this stuff. You know. But yeah, just back to my dream team. They over the years, we've become like a family. And over a couple of parties, a few of them came out to see me. I had Marlene and Sally come out to the first concert I did, amongst a lot of other people, Zuka, and if you remember DJ Revival,
Yes.
Peter, he
Yo,
came out. Go
I don't
ahead,
know.
you
Do,
say it. No,
do you? I remember when he was live. He's playing. He had a lot of people,
yeah,
and he fell asleep on his set.
he did.
And it was for a long time, because I would leave, come back, and his numbers were still high. And he's getting all these hearts, hearts, hearts.
He
I'm
was
like,
killing it, and he was sleeping.
yeah, it was like, oh man, I think that's one of the top TikTok moments of all time.
I agree, man, and I think that's the reason why that puzzle. I don't know if you've been on long enough to see that thing. There's a puzzle you have to solve. All right, have you noticed that?
Wait, on the book?
Okay, no, no, no. So if you're live on TikTok
Okay.
and if you go a little bit over an hour live, a puzzle appears. Kind of like one of those, if you're on a computer, it asks you to prove you're not a robot.
Right.
So it's one of those things where you slide the piece into the puzzle, and it keeps your live going. And if you don't do that, it disconnects your live. Yeah,
Wow.
I learned that the hard way, and a lot of DJs are still trying to figure that part out. And I believe it's because people would turn it on and just let it run all night. So I think I call it the the DJ Revival. It was put into place because of him, perhaps.
Right. Well, got to give him the credit for it. Why not? But
Absolutely.
yeah, that was a classic, and I still remember it. He was just sitting there. Out.
I was listening to him earlier because he goes on quite late, and then I
Okay.
finally crashed out.
Right.
And my phone kept ringing and ringing and dinging, and I'm like, well, what's going on? I checked, so I got up, I looked at it, and everyone's like, yo, call Revival, see if he's okay, man. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? So I went on and I seen him passed out, and I had no way to get to him. But yeah, you're right. It was definitely an unforgettable moment for sure.
Yeah, that I think for those, I don't even know if there's clips of it on
Oh
TikTok.
God, yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, that was during the pandemic too.
Yep.
That was there was a lot of good memories that we had on there,
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed, like, when I was going on, I imitate everybody, and then I would just tell them, I'm gonna start imitating. You gotta tell me who it is. I started imitating you. They knew off the rip, so they saw me pretending to look through the crates.
You nailed it. When I saw it, I was like, it was identical, man. If you had a shorter haircut,
Yeah.
maybe a little better looking, I'd be like, damn,
Okay.
this guy's old school.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I gotta say, we kind of got off topic, but I wanted to go back to the 50th because
Oh
it was
yes.
probably one of my favorite, my most special weekends of all time, man. What my wife did, she basically reached out to everyone, as many people as possible. Everyone was invited, and she had everyone fly in. I had Diamond Girl come out. I had oh my God, Jenna Shaba. She came from Detroit. I had Sharon. She came from Windsor, and
Mhm.
Sally was there. I can go on and on and on. There was probably like 30 something people that
That's
flew
dope.
in, and we had reserved the whole floor of a hotel, and we had a couple of days together. We
Nice.
basically my wife, hats off, she did it all, man. She organized a tour. We had a party bus. We went checked out a whole bunch of cool sites in Toronto. We went up in the CN Tower.
Nice.
Johnny Love was here, the Speedo King himself. He was in town, and yeah, we ended it off with a boat cruise. Um, just like that went all through the Toronto Harbor and everything. And then it was like after all that, I had a concert, and a kick ass concert, and it was and the promoter of that event, Ramo, I give him the utmost respect. He's the one who all these concerts happened here in Canada for me,
Mhm.
and he believed in me, and he created a whole VIP section, and it's all in the book. You'll see all pictures about the events. But I will never, ever, ever forget, that weekend that I had to share with everyone. So I know I didn't mention everyone's name. If you were there, or if you've been there from the start, tuning in, even if you tuned in once and you enjoyed my show, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, man. I appreciate you guys.
That's why you got to get the book. You can see who was at his party. I saw the
Absolutely.
I saw the pictures and I read it. You got to read it too. It's cool to look at the pictures first, but you got to read it. You got to read. You'll learn more. You'll learn more, and then you'll appreciate it more. You
Yeah.
know, it's
I
dope.
really,
When
I
Go
poured
ahead.
my heart out in it. I truly did, and I basically captured everything right from the very beginning. From day one, where it started, where it ended. The back page of the book to me is the best part, right? It's not just about wild parties, and all that. It's like second chances and never giving up, man. Right?
Yeah,
I if you're out there, the main message I want to share is, like, honestly, if you from deep in your heart you love something, and it's like you stop doing it, that ain't cool. You got to do it, because it if in life everyone should have at least one hobby that you do, whether
right.
it's collecting cards, DJing, playing soccer, whatever it is, you had to have something to do, because life isn't only about working, paying bills, and obviously family's a huge part, but caring and loving your family is a massive part of this. But you need that thing for you. You got
Right.
to do something that makes you tick. So this is my thing, man.
So let the listeners know, even if they're new listeners, when can they catch you live?
So live, I'm Thursdays from 7 to 9. Currently, I'm exclusively on TikTok. And that show, you can expect to hear anything, from house music to hip hop to R&B and so on, even my rare freestyle, which occasionally I drop.
Right.
And then Friday nights from 9 to midnight. Again, exclusively on TikTok. The other thing, not everyone is big on TikTok or wants to be on TikTok. Almost every show I do, I record live, and I always post it on my Mixcloud. So if you ever miss a show or you want to hear some music, you can always go to my Mixcloud account. If people are out there saying, "What the heck's Mixcloud?" The way I like to describe it, it's similar to Spotify. It's created. Most specifically for DJs. I love it because I pay a membership into it. There's different tiers. I pay a membership into it. As you guys listen to it, my money goes towards it. But as you guys listen to it, it's optional to subscribe or do that. I think I got it for like $5 a month or something like that.
Yeah.
And basically, most of that money, probably 75% of it, actually ends up getting flipped to the artists.
Nice.
So that's kind of special to me. It's important, I've learned a lot along the way here, and I come to appreciate. Back in the day, a lot of artists, I hear them a lot. There's a lot of crap going on, which I don't get involved in. But in today's world, it's hard for the artists to survive.
Right.
And I mean, they're building this, producers, all these people are putting this beautiful music together, and they deserve it. I just play it.
Yeah.
I'm not here to profit off stuff like that. The one thing I absolutely love about vinyl is when you buy a record, it goes to the artist. I just grabbed the first one in front of me. DJ Stevie, you know him?
Yep.
He gave me this. It's a box set, Civvies and Cole. It's about 7 records inside. And he gifted me this. And I just want to give him a shout out since it's in my hand. Stevie, if you're out there, bro, thank you for this, man. I love it.
Nice. Well, we're towards the end here. DJ OldSkool, we're towards the end here. Let's let them know what social medias they can follow you and give shout outs to those who've been supporting you.
All right. Social media, you can catch me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Those are the main ones. The easiest way to find me on any of it, even especially my Mixcloud, is off my website. If you go under my website, DJ OldSkool with a K, 75.com, you click listen to music, it'll bring you right into my Mixcloud account. And yeah, anytime you guys want to hit me up for anything, if you guys want to grab a signed copy of my book, send me a message. I'm going to get them on my website. Right now on my website, it's just the links for Amazon. So if you click on those, they don't even touch my hand, so I won't have an opportunity to sign them. But I will have a separate link up there that will say, buy an autographed copy, and it'll come with a USB stick that I mentioned earlier. I want to give a shout out for everyone who's listened to me. I cannot believe the love and support I've received from you guys. I want to thank all the DJs that I met on all of the platforms and in real life. I want to thank my moderators, my dream team. I want to thank TikTok and Instagram because they gave me the opportunity. They gave me all of the tools to reach the furthest ends of the world, man. Brazil, Germany. It's nuts. It's nuts that, in my days growing up, it was like if you were like 2 cities away, you never meet the guy,
Right.
These are like, I had Agnes from Germany freaking show up here in Canada. She came out to my 50th as well.
Nice. That's
super
dope.
Yeah, man.
That is dope.
And the most important thing, the most important person I want to thank is my wife. She created me, man. She created this monster. When the pandemic was happening and I was down and out and really in a bad spot, I would turn to my music. She would come down and go, "Oh, do that mix again," and she'd have her phone out and she's recording them, and then she's creating an account for me and telling me I'm going to be a DJ on TikTok. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
That's funny.
And she's like, I don't know if you met Angie, but no is not in her vocabulary. You don't say no, man.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't want to do this. Like, I flat out was rejecting it, and she's like, okay, all right, what's your DJ name? And I'm like, my life growing up, I was I don't want to ruin too much of the book, but DJ Joe T was my name. Okay. Pretty basic name. And then I just said, hon, I go, who's gonna listen to this stuff, man? I'm old school. And she's like, you're DJ OldSkool. That's it.
There you go.
There it is, just like that. So it's a long journey, and you know what, man? I honestly can say I don't think it's anywhere near the end.
No.
I love it. I cannot wait. I'm so excited to see what the future holds. I'm not saying if there's going to be a part 2, but I'll tell you, man, my goal, okay, because now it's not about what I can achieve or accomplish or doing something bigger and better. It's about doing what I love for as long as I can and meeting as many people as I can. And, that's my goal. And you know what, bro? I got to tell you, man, you're on my list. You're on my list. And, I love you like a brother. I feel like I know you. And, it's on my goal. I was even, I want to speak about one guy, if you don't mind. I know we're running out of time, but a solid dude. And I got to meet him too. And I know you know him. Latif.
Oh, yes.
I want to give a shout out to my boy Latif, because you know what, man? He's given me a lot of little pointers along the way. And, he's got a great freestyle magazine out there, Freestyle Blast, as a matter of fact.
That's it,
There it is. And, I think I want to say it was episode 6. And it was, it just lined up beautifully with little Susie returning to Canada, the first time I ever got to meet her and be on stage with her. And Latif reached out to me and he goes, hey, man, he goes, I have a new magazine. He goes, I want to put you in it. And, dude, I was like this. I was floating in the sky, man. I couldn't believe it. I sat down with a really lengthy interview. And I want to tell you guys, because it happened many years ago. He's on what, episode 50?
53.
53. I was honored to be in episode number 6. And I'm sure you can go back and find them all. I believe he's got them all out there.
Subscribe.
Yeah. Make sure you subscribe. And if there's an opportunity, tell them, say, hey, man, OldSkool sent me.
Right. we got to cut out now, but hey,
right.
OldSkool, thank you so much for doing the interview.
It's my pleasure.
We'll stay connected, and I'm going to get you on the show again.
Anytime, bro. Thank you very much. We'll see you again, man. Take care.
All right. Peace out.
Peace.